Ladies Wellness Talk, where together we will discover how to live well.
Yeah, you have to be close, Kate.
Yeah.
Don't forget. All right. Cool.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you this weekend?
Welcome back. Why I feel like I'm in the center. You be in the move in the center.
We'll
more.
be half and half. Let's see.
Move more. Yeah. Cool.
We have to look real close.
Yeah. Cool. Welcome back. Try not to look at yourself in this. Here, this distracting.
I just want to make it.
Yeah, we know it's on.
Okay.
Because if you, in my experience, if you look at yourself,
We're
it feels
looking
like,
at
yeah,
the ceiling.
exactly. So look at the camera, look at the lens.
Okay. So let me get us to it.
Hi, welcome back.
Welcome back. I'm not ready because I feel like it's the month of the day of the month as a female. We always have that time. We just feel like
Where we hate everything. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not. I don't hate everything. I love this time that I take a break, just like how we have
You
the
liar.
quarantine time. So we
You
get
lie.
to like, I lie. You get to rest, and it's
Oh,
an
okay.
official excuse like,
Okay, yeah.
don't bother me.
Yeah, don't bother me. Except for me, how it always happens is like I'm always on my second day, which is the most bloaty, painful, worst day, and I always have like some kind of photo shoot or work or something like that.
Me too. I just had my first day with a low love patient.
And you're like,
It's like one after one, but your body's like, oh my god, I need a break.
yeah,
But
it's the worst.
talking about this, actually, I had a lot of female patients coming in to regulate their periods, and actually, if you're feeling more load on the first or second days, that's normal.
That's normal, yeah.
That's pretty normal. And
Yeah.
if you're feeling like your flow is not coming in right away, it's just like dripping, that's not normal. If you're feeling pain, that's not normal.
Yikes.
So it may seem like it's normal because we think that having a period should be having a pain, but having a pain, it was never normal.
Really? Okay. So the cramping is not normal. That's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The cramping is not normal because it should come naturally, very smoothly. You don't feel it, and it's like, oh, it's bleeding.
Mm.
That's how it normally should be. And also,
Well, what the hell?
and so see how many stress we
To
have.
quote my
like-
brother, what the hell?
So a lot of time we have a lot of stress that's causing the period to be not normal. So
Okay.
let's share about how you feel when you have your period.
Dude, mine has now gotten so much more worse. Like, I've always had, since I was like in 5th grade, because I started pretty early, I had really bad cramps where I feel like I can't go to school, I can't do anything, I can't stand up. And then when I got into college, I started to be on birth control because they were saying, oh, you can have, 1 period a year or something like. I was like, oh, sign me up.
That's like 20% or 10% of the population.
Yeah,
It's like not very
It
common.
didn't work for me, but
That's like seasonal period.
a seasonal period, right? So it was more like 4 times a year or something like this. And then the cramps went down drastically and my flow went down drastically. So it only lasts maybe like 1 to 2 days, maybe 3 max. And then I was on birth control for a long time.
When did you start it?
I start in like
Okay,
college.
let's say, when did you start your first period?
Oh, maybe when I'm 5th grade, I think.
That's pretty normal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fifth
pretty
grade.
normal.
Yeah.
And then so on the first, at the beginning, you said you started with 4 periods per year?
When I was on birth control.
Oh, when you're on birth.
When I was young, like when I started, it's every 28 days.
That's the
normal.
But after you have birth control, that's for. Are you still under a seasonal period at this point, or you'll stop
No.
your birth control?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's different stage. I'm going to explain on how the period works, but let's start from the beginning. Let's start from as a teenager and how girls, when I wish like we had someone to talk to us what to expect on our first period.
Especially if you're
right?
Asian, it's just like you don't talk about anything.
We feel shy. You're
still shy.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about it because it's like so private. But again, this is normal. There's nothing to be shy, nothing to be afraid to share about this. So I'm not trying to tell you everything about my period.
Because if you want to know, I'll tell you.
Yeah, but I'm very lucky that I'm not like the painful type. I pretty much come normal, but my flow is a little bit more. It's not like a little bit and then it's gone. So normal people for the period, it can range from 3 days to 7 days. So everyone varies. So depending on how much energy, how much blood you have. Yeah. So that will talk into the Chinese medicine, how qi and blood. So we talk about qi as the energy and the blood as a nutrient. So this is two main character we are talking about.
Cool.
Okay. So we'll go into other symptom like PMS later, but let's start with this. How the periods should come. Okay. So on the first period, usually it's very normal that doesn't look normal.
What is normal?
Okay, so on the first period, like the color may not be bright red. It may not be as flow. It may have clot, or it may be dripping, or maybe a dark,
like a spotty.
Spotty, because your body just started. It's just like you have the water flow just started, and then it's not. It haven't come into a good...
The floodgates are not open yet.
Yeah, it's not completely open. It's like, oh, okay. Is this supposed to go?
They're like,
or no?
Bam.
Yeah, it's like, I thought this is part of you. Let's keep it. So at the first one, that's normal to be not very flowy. But by the time of second period, usually it start coming back to regular. Okay? And then, like we said at the beginning, there are people that they're seasonal, and that's special condition that they only come certain month of the year. Yeah, some people have once a year.
And they are called lucky.
Yeah, at the same time, you can say lucky. There could be one possibility they're deficient, so their machine. I always say our body just like different organ, different machine, different factory. So the factory is slower. Okay, they just a little bit more deficient. They need more time to get prepared to get the product. Okay, so make it simple. They could be that they're more deficient, or another one is that their body is securing more, so that they utilize their egg slower. Yeah. So when we were born, we have a set amount of egg. So we have. That's right. We only have certain amount of egg.
You only have so many eggs. Yeah.
So if your period you come twice a month, then you run out faster. Yeah. If you only come.
That would suck. Twice a month. It's like you have no time.
You know, I'm just making a joke. If you are coming twice a month, then do come see a doctor. Okay, go check your specialist and go check your primary doctor, because that's not normal.
You be dropping 2 eggs.
That probably 1% of population, or maybe even none. I don't think that's very common. Okay, usually it's range from 20 days to 38 days. Okay, so the medium is 28 days, that when we are talking about 4 weeks of period.
Regular. Standard.
Yeah, so like you said at the beginning, you were 28 days normal. That's usually how the period should be normal. Right. And again, nothing to be shy if you start having your first period in school. Guys, they just don't understand.
I would hope they understand now with all the internet and all the...
I mean, kids.
Yeah, kids.
At our age, they're normal, because girls, like nowadays, guys are very smart. They check up their time. They know check on their girlfriend. Like, oh, okay, I'm just not going to fight with her for this week because she's on her the time of the year.
I will be very surprised if Chi knows, like, oh, this is the time. Yeah, I tell him. I'm like, I'm on my period. He's like, okay, bye.
That's cute. But I know some guys, they actually had that. They put it in their calendar. Okay, it's about like first week of the month. Okay, first week of the month, Okay, she's not crazy.
I feel like I'm not very crazy. Like I don't have a lot of PMS stuff.
Too.
Yeah.
But again, that's a balancing of the hormone. So I think we talked about Shen. Have we talked about Shen in the past? So Shen is we talk about how you're not just, it's a combination of the energy and the nutrients. When you have enough energy, of course you present in a more alert or more cheerful.
Okay, can you define again? So Shen is the combination.
Is like combination of the qi and blood. Again, we said the two main characters that make us working would be the qi, is the energy I usually explain, and the blood would be the nutrients. So when I talk about the qi and blood, energy and a nutrient, it's in the Chinese medicine way. It's not talking in the way that we're giving these terms not in the Western conventional medicine view. Okay, so we'll go over this. In Chinese medicine, we talk about Jing Qi Shen. We talk about Jing is the essence that come from just like DNA, heritage, and whichever from your parents. That's the essence.
Genetics.
Genetics, okay. And that would be the Western term. And then also what afterward. So Jing has two parts. One is from your parents, what you born with, and then the next one would be what you grow from.
Nurture versus nature.
Yes. Click. Okay. Yes, exactly. So what you come from and what you grow from. So that's the Jing essence. Qi was the energy. We talk about qi. And again, qi, there's some different level of qi. We'll talk into that too. It's a little bit deeper. And then Jing Qi Shen. The last one would be the Shen. So like we mentioned before, like 2 or 3 episodes before, we talk about how Shen, we look at a person and see if she's alert, or if she's feeling how would you say, like
lethargic.
Yeah, some people they're coming in because, or after chemotherapy, some patients they're like, I cannot think clearly.
Lucid.
Yeah, so that's the Shen. That's we are looking at. Oh, if she has a brain fog, she cannot make her thought clearly, or if she's like alert, she's conscious, she's
unconscious?
Not the unconscious. Yeah, that's basically the Western
She's
term.
unconscious.
Conscious or unconscious. If she's not conscious, then there's no Shen. We said they have none. So Jing Qi Shen. So when it comes to period, we talk about premenstrual syndrome. That PMS part is like we ask about how their mood. That's a difficult part for all the gentlemen, yes.
Release the Kraken!
Yeah, what's wrong with your moodiness? Why you're getting so angry about this? Okay, so now let's talk about why there is the emotional part. First of all, in Chinese medicine, there is a heart and uterus connection. We call it uterus is the bao gong. Bao means Did I say something earlier?
You jinxed it.
Oh my god. We'll come back.
Okay, let's pause it.
Yeah, let's pause it. The information shared on this podcast does not replace any medical advice from your doctor. Our goal is to inspire and share our personal stories on health and wellness. Okay, welcome back. So we talked about how the connection between our heart and uterus. Uterus, we would say that it's called 包宫 in the traditional literature.
包宫.
Bao means 细胞, like 细胞 is the cell. The smallest molecule inside our body. So I'm not going into biology, but just trying to explain the word. So 细胞, small cell, the 包. So the uterus is the cell, it's a big cell, and 包宫, gong is, we said, the pelvis. So it's the uterus that we're talking about. So that meridian from heart to 包宫is called 包脉.
包脉.
Mai is a meridian. So the 脉络, mai is a meridian. So there's a direct connection between our heart and our uterus. So when our uterus are functioning, and if they're not having enough energy, like blood or everything, our heart it's interfere. Like we talked about, heart was the engine. Heart was the main thing that make our body move. So and again, we talked about shen at the beginning. Heart, it managed shen. So see how it is connected when it's connected to the uterus and your heart is connected to the shen. It relates to your emotion. That's why when your uterus, you're working very hard and you don't have enough energy, you're asking your boss heart, like, hey, give us more energy. We need to work harder because we need to get this function flow. And then your heart is like, I have no time to manage my emotion. Let's get this done first. It's like, how would you say that? Rational and emotional.
Rational versus emotional. So it will. Are you saying it's favoring the rational first?
They're not favoring anything. They should be balanced.
But we get out of balance.
We get out of balance because our body is constantly fighting our system to get into a balanced state. That's why we're growing every day. It's like we're fighting these functions to make it balanced. Yeah, we're eating food in to get ourselves enough energy to get enough energy to move and to grow and to metabolize and everything. So it's like your body every day is getting balanced. That's why you need to work, you need to sleep, you need to move, you need to rest.
Yin and yang.
Yeah, back to the relativity. It's still one and the other. You need both of them to be function. Qi and blood. You need energy to move the blood. You need the blood for the energy to flow. So that's the balance. And so we talk about the how emotions related to the heart and the uterus, and now coming back to the blood. So where did energy, this nutrient blood comes from? When we talk about our period related to blood, the nutrients, there's basically most of our organ are related. So we talk about the heart. We talk about the heart was the engine that moved, that regulated the whole thing, because if it's not moving, there's no qi moving. So that's one thing. The next one would be P, which means the pancreas. Pancreas is directly related to our stomach in Chinese medicine. So it's not necessarily the pancreas in Western diagnosis, that pancreas. But again, in Western diagnosis, they talk about how pancreas is that produce the white blood cell. So that in that part is similar to how Chinese medicine talk about how your nutrients is all the blood, because you need to have enough nutrients to nourish your body. So it's digestive system. Again, it's when we talk about digestive system in Chinese medicine, our stomach and spleen, and they're related to your immune system. So again, back to Western medicine, talk about how white blood cell is produced in pancreas. They are immune system, digestive system, your nutrients, spleen, and stomach. So again, if our blood flow is not normal, it's directly related to how we eat.
Okay. So if I were to, as a lay person, if I'm having cramps, does that mean my nutrition is off?
No.
Oh.
So again, like just like Disneyland, you go into the first door, you go into the second door, you go into the train, you go into the one and the other factory. You have to go into different town center. Does that make sense?
In my body?
In your body. Because there's so many factories. It's they need to communicate each other.
Okay.
They don't function by themselves.
One thing at a time. Oh, so, I see how you're answering the question. So I can't simply ask, is this a one-to-one thing? No, it's a whole system thing.
Yeah, that's why we as acupuncturists, we look at your body in a holistic view. We look at the whole body. We ask how's your mental status, how's your emotional, how's your diet, how's your how's your sleep, how's your
That's why it's hard to
appetite.
find the source sometimes. There is
It's
no
not
source.
It's not hard because there's no secret in acupuncture. There's no secret in Chinese medicine because what the definition from the textbook tells us that if they manifest these symptoms, usually 80 to 90%, it's certain diagnosis.
Yeah.
But compared to Western diagnosis is different. Western diagnosis, they diagnose like, oh, you have a cyst here. Where does it located? How does it look like? Does it bleed? Does it not bleed? Is it benign or malignant? Is it good or bad? Is it
Black and white.
Yeah, it's like they narrow down to give a diagnosis name. So for us, if there is a cyst in the uterus, either you're PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome, or endometriosis, either one for us is still something in the uterus. We just make it simple. Like if something's grow there, we figure out, was it from deficiency or from excess? Did it come from like she was deficient in her nutrient causing this to grow? Or was she eating too much? Not necessarily eating too much, but having too excess in her body that get her stuck.
I'm hearing something in the background. Sorry.
We have a little
elf in the background.
Yeah,
A little fairy.
she's trying to
trying
figure
to-
out like, you haven't answered my question, hurry up. Okay, we'll be back.
What was that? Was hard. This podcast is brought to you by Dr. Barbara Chang at Happiness Wellness Acupuncture and Chiropractics in Chino, California. Find us on Instagram, happiness.wellness, and Dr. Barbara Chang for more information. Please follow our Instagram page at Happiness Wellness Talk. You can find our podcast on Spotify, Anchor, and Apple Podcasts. We're both like, eh. I was like held up by my microphone.
I know you're almost sleeping, so I'm like talking with a lot of energy, so I'll wake you up. Okay, so where were I? So
No, you're just saying so much stuff. I'm trying to like
Consume, I know.
receive it, but it's a lot of information.
Yeah.
And
So
it's,
that's why we want the one like slower one with a lot. So balance. I know I tried to throw it a lot. It's okay. I haven't even hit half of it. It's okay. But I'll talk about this. So welcome back. And then we are giving so much information. I know like you might have so much question mark. You can replay, okay? So
she doesn't care.
just go back and
replay it.
re-listen, okay? I usually talk a lot in clinic too, so that I address the question.
I got you.
When it comes to the pain, is it deficient or excess? So just like the flower, if you never give them nutrients, you don't give them water, the plants grow out flower or seeds. That's a natural response of the nature to replicate themselves. Right? So like when there's plant, you never see, it's a green grass, never have a flower. But when it comes out a flower in the cactus, you know like they're drought, they're deficient in nutrients. That's why they grow something to get them survive. And when you look into our uterus, same thing. We're just like flower. Women are made with water. We talked about that. And we're just like flower. We bloom. We need to be nourished. And if we don't have enough nutrient coming in as a deficiency, sometimes it grow that negative, like that extra cyst. Your body's like, we need to grow something, get attention from our brain, like work on it.
Get attention.
Yeah, we need attention a lot.
That's a good topic.
Yeah.
Now I'm awake because when you are in pain, that's like your body going, hello, pay attention to me. So you go, owie, and then you try to address just this, but then like you're just saying, it's not just this, it's the whole system that you need to address.
Yeah, like I will always explain how
one in the afternoon. He's here.
I'm gonna go on a break. We'll see you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
What the hell? Of all times, it's like he never comes.
Where are we at?
Kidney. You're gonna talk about kidneys.
Yeah, but before kidney, I was like halfway.
Oh crap.
Okay. We said about attention.
Attention. Yeah.
Okay,
Your body needs attention when it's in pain.
Okay, welcome back. We were talking about how we're looking at your body as a complete person. It's a whole
system.
just like a circle, just like the yin yang graph. It's a circle. So we're looking at the balance of qi and blood, balance of excess and deficient. We are always fighting the balance. So we talk about how your pain could be from deficient or it could be excess. That in that part, you definitely need to check with your acupuncturist for a professional view.
Can I ask? So, in your experience with cramps, what is the most likely 80 to 90% reason why women have cramps that are unbearable? Not normal cramp. Like there's normal cramps, right?
Yes.
Like you can be like, oh, yeah, kind of crampy.
80% comes from the stress, and long term, that it's like your stress is giving you it's taking away extra energy from your body, so that you're not actually giving yourself enough energy to take care of the uterus.
Emotional energy or rational energy?
Both. So if you think too much, it hurts your spleen. If you're not sleeping enough, physically giving yourself that stress, you're hurting your liver. So both liver and spleen, the digestive system of the spleen we talked about earlier, is the nutrients part. When you have that, think too much, you can't eat. We talked about that. So when you're thinking too much, your body is like, oh, I just don't want to eat. I just want to sit there. You don't have appetite. You don't feel like digesting new nutrients in. Everything just status. It just stuck there, status quo. But excuse me. So the liver, when it comes to the blood part, the liver stores the blood. So stores the nutrients, just like conventional medicine. How liver is actually produce red blood cells, and when you're sleeping, it actually cleans your blood and detox your body. And that's very similar to Chinese medicine when we talk about how liver stores the blood. So that's our philosophy. We store the blood, but in reality, in conventional medicine, it's actually working on the blood. So again, liver is very important for this. So if liver is not in a good shape, if this bacteria is not in good shape, if it's deficiency, you create this emotion of fear. And if it's excess, it creates this emotion of anger.
Oh.
So how the anger and fear together, and also hitting the heart, where it manifests or manage the shen.
Wait, can I repeat it? So you say in the liver, if that factory is not healthy, it creates the negative emotions of fear and anger.
Excess is anger.
Deficiency
is kong. Yeah. So if it's deficient, it's fear, kong. Why? Because if you don't have energy, like your castle is in deficient, so your soldier is aware, is always worried, like, oh, we don't have enough to fight any pathogen, any people that's enemy coming in.
I see.
So
don't have
the
defense.
concept. Yeah. So they don't have defense, they're fear. But when it comes to excess in liver, when they have a lot of product in there, your soldier is like energized.
I'll kill you.
It's like, we're ready to fight. so that's anger.
I'll kill you.
Yeah, it's always like productive. And then in that sense, when we come to energy, we talk about essence, and that's related to kidney. So when kidney is suppressed, of course, it's a fear as well. You know how little kids, when they got scared and they would pee? That's how we describe it. It's like, oh, so scared.
Yeah.
Fight and flight, and then pee.
Yeah. Pee your pants. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how kidney is related to the your emotion and also to the system, where kidney is related to our urinary system for sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So they're all related, and then we talk about these are all only the blood part. That the nutrition part, but then that we talk about how we have to balance the qi and the blood. So the qi is the energy. The qi in our body is just like the protected layer, just like the castle. There's the first wall, there's the river, there's the outside wall into the castle itself. So there is a 胃气营血. Okay, so it's like a castle. We talk about Wei. Wei is we call like the soldier, the so Wei is like the doorman. It's like they're the
first defense. So when you're getting a common cold, we say you're affected at your Wei qi. That's like your outer layer. It's like your skin layer, very, very, very thin layer of Wei qi. That energy, again, all the energy that we're talking about, you won't actually see it in our body. It's like the concept of Chinese medicine. So when my hand's going like that, you feel the wind. That's when your Wei qi is attacked. Oh, don't attack my Wei qi.
So you
yeah,
feel
my Wei
that?
qi.
That's a Wei qi. But in Western medicine, they talk about this in proprioceptor. They talk it in your...
What the hell?
What? Who's talking?
Who's that? You
Okay.
talking to Weird.
Okay. Hi, little elf. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Wei.
That was so weird.
It's interesting today. I don't know what's going on.
It's
so
weird.
Wei is the outer layer. I need a break. Okay.
Who was that?
My brain just stuck. Who was talking?
I don't know. I think maybe it was mine.
Oh, is that 2 o'clock?
I didn't say nothing.
I didn't say anything. You hear something, right?
Yeah, I did. That's why it freaked me out. Anyway, I
was
was like,
where is
who said that? We got an elf over here.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
It's okay.
Okay. Okay.
You were at.
I don't know. We were
I
talking.
keep interrupted.
Well, welcome back. We were talking about spirits on our break.
Yeah, because we have a little
elf and a little spirit.
and
Friendly.
she's interesting in how this blood works. So
Yes, she is.
because we've been talking about Shen, the menace,
Did
How
you say
we-
menace?
how we manifest.
Oh.
Menace? What
It's a menace. Menace is like a pain in the ass, like a menace.
Oh no! I didn't mean that. I don't mean that. I don't curse. Okay, we're not cursing in this.
Sorry.
But
Sorry.
yeah, but
Pain in the butt.
but Shen, like we mentioned a couple episodes before, Shen also means God.
God.
God, the God. Yeah,
The God.
the God. Shen is the God. So whichever religion you believe in, it's the Shen. So we're not talking about that Shen. We're talking about people Shen. So each person's Shen. Yeah. Okay. So again, we were talking about how our castle have different layer of barrier for the qi to run
Oh, yeah.
through.
Wei is the outside.
Yeah, Wei is the soldier. So it's like the wind, like going through. Okay.
Okay.
So excuse me, no spirit around here, but but it's not about
Excuse me.
not about that. We're talking about the qi, the energy that you're moving. Okay.
'Kay.
That's when you get a common cold or a little invasion of pathogen. It first attack the first layer, it's the outside. So your outside doorman will like block them. Hey, excuse me, this
And
is
he
a
got ran
castle.
over.
You can't be around here. Okay. Okay. So wait.
Got it.
Wei qi 引血. So when the door outside the door you feel it, you can't really block them. It goes into the second layer of qi, where's the water flow. So
Okay.
you see how the river right outside
The
the,
moat.
castle?
Yeah.
We call that the qi level. So Wei qi, the qi is also the same word as the qi, but in this concept is we're talking about that river.
So many chi. So many chi today.
So many qi is like what? And even we say anger is shen qi. We create qi. We create energy that's angry. You see how creative and how how brilliant our
Versatile.
ancient Chinese literature.
Oh
How
yes,
they
very very
explain-
creative.
Yeah. So it's all the same word, but we talk about this. The river is a qi level. Yin would be the yin. So yin in Chinese, you can explain it as how the camp, how the soldier has the camp. Yin. So you lu yin, like lu means to expose. Expose is like you're under the nature. You're lu. It's
Exposed.
lu yin. So lu yin is camping.
Okay.
So if you're going to camping, we say you're going to luing.
I
so
want to go luing.
That same word, I want to go too. So that same word yin is the camp. So where all the soldiers are camping for the castle, that's the nutrients that your soldier is your source to fight the qi. So that we call that another layer of qi. But at the same time, yin is also the same word talking about yin yang. Yin yang means nutrients. So yin yang is the nutrients, that food that we are coming in. So how that third layer, again, it's correlated to how the digestive
We need a visual
system.
guide.
Yeah, I need to draw it, but
We need a PowerPoint and a visual guide.
Eventually, I'll put some diagrams
With
so
color
I can
coordinating.
explain it. Yeah. We'll do that. But how the digestive system, the yin yang, is the nutrients, how it's related to our immune system, also is the third layer of the camp. So when you're yin yang, when your nutrient is not good, you see how we talk about eczema, allergy, eczema. So when you have eczema, how the skin is manifest, that's the first stage. Your skin starting to get itchy, everything, because the nutrients coming in, it's not fueling your camping. You're not fueling your soldier. Your soldier is fighting over it. It's like, hey, we know we have enough food, but we don't like this food. We don't like that. We're fighting that. Oh, we got too much potato. We don't want potato today. We want yam. Does that make sense? So that's when your body start feeling these first stage of skin rashes, everything. It hit into this yin level.
Oh, like you say that one time when I was telling you, I was eating too much garlic. Even though I never have a problem with garlic before. But you were just saying, you just have too much of it. Like your threshold of garlic, your luing is full.
Yeah, your yin.
Of
Lu
garlic.
is camping.
Yeah.
Yin.
It's full, right?
Yeah.
So I was like,
we talk about the food allergy test. So that's the question we started. How food allergy test is not necessary testing what your food allergy test.
It was like sensitivities.
Yeah. My perspective is like you test for what your body is sensitive to. But why is it sensitive to? Because you consume too much. That was your favorite food. You consume too much, causing that your body is sensitive because I don't need more. I have too much potato.
It was
I'm
like
allergic
eggs.
I love egg. I have too much egg. So now when I eat more egg, it's
too sensitive,
giving
too
you
much
allergy.
Yeah.
So you don't want anything too much. In Chinese, we say 过犹不及. Too much is not good enough, or not good.
Too much is not good enough.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I like that you put that on a shirt.
Exactly. Yeah, sure, we do that. So actually, that word is
Too
that's
much is
the
not
art
good enough.
of literature in Chinese. We don't say it completely. We don't say anything to.
That's why Asians are so
humble.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm humble.
Yes, we're very humble. But they always say kind of half truth, halfway.
We don't say it too full because nothing is definite. As we grow,
That's cool.
we know.
That's cool to know.
Yeah, that's the art. That's the philosophy of.
Say one more time again. What is it again?
过犹不及.
过犹不及.
Yeah, 过 means too much. 犹 is yet.
Yet.
Okay, excess yet not reach. 不及. 不及 is not there yet. So
too much is not good
but
enough.
yet it's not there yet. So it's like you had too much, but it's not there. Why? Because the line is here. I got too much. I pass. It's not there. I don't have enough. I'm not there. So 过犹不及.
I love that. That's cool. Put that on a shirt.
That's Chinese.
I like that.
It explains a lot of concept of taking care of our body and our
balance.
literature. Yeah.
I like that balance. Yeah,
So
that's cool.
Where we're at the nutrients. So last part of the qi before we say goodbye to everyone today is the castle is done. Wow. So again, we talked about blood the whole time. So 胃气营血, the last one was the blood, but the blood is also the sender. Is the last part is your immune system, your white blood cell, your everything that's fighting is like your stem cell. Everything inside your body, when we explain it in conventional medicine, is your castle to make sure your king or queen are ready, are safe. They're not weak. They're not sick. They're making sure they're at their best to take care of this castle. So your soldier has been trained to take care of your body really well.
Wow.
So
you can do it. Let's go spinach.
Again, our castle are protecting our queen. That's why we have all these symptoms fighting at the first day 胃. 然后 next one would be the river, and then the yin is the camp. All the soldiers camp around the castle itself, and the castle, the 血 is your immune system, the end part. Well, it's not the end part, the central part, most important, like where your heart is taken care of. And we can hit more into how blood is related to our skin, related to our hair, how related to our eye vision, and everything else.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Holy crap.